So for my higher, wider, deeper, I wanted to do careers that have to do with special education to kind of help keep my options open for after I graduate. And so that's what I researched. So for careers with education, you can be a special needs educator, you can do advocacy, you can do behavioral disorders, and occupational therapist, vocational rehabilitation, and the technological use of technology in the special needs classrooms. So I have a video about that a teacher has done about her time in a career in special needs education.
Special education is a career that is in high demand. A career in special education offers a rare opportunity to have a career that is filled with fun, freedom, creativity, challenge, and growth, both as a professional and as an individual. Across the country, the demand for special educators has increased significantly. The changing demographics in Virginia and nationally demand that educators are prepared to work with students and families who are culturally and linguistically diverse. These demographics are expected to change even more in the next several decades. Increasingly, Virginia students with disabilities do not see teaching roles that reflect racial or ethnic diversity. In Virginia, 14% of the special education teachers are racially or linguistically diverse, compared to 34% of special education students. Students with disabilities vary greatly in their needs. For example, students may have learning, academic, cognitive, physical, emotional, behavioral, healthcare, or multiple needs. Special educators work collaboratively with general educators, related service providers, for example, speech language, physical or occupational therapy, and families to ensure students receive an appropriate education. I graduated from the School of Education here. I started teaching in Newport News at Julie Millen High School, and now I've just been appointed the principal of J.P. King Middle School in Franklin City. And so I'm really excited, and I think the School of Education really prepared me for the leadership positions that I'm currently in now. I'm hoping to finish up with the doctorate degree in May 2012, and then see my dream is just to charter a school for African American males. Exactly. It actually started in the field looking at different subgroups that were overrepresented in the area of special education. And at the time, I didn't know that they're actually planting the seed, which has watered over the years and just continues to grow. And I look back at that and look back on my experiences beginning in the master's program here in special education is exactly where that vision was birthed. So how was your experience coming through the program as a woman of color? I mean, we both have that in common for sure. I mean, how did your experience, tailor you to go into not only education but also leadership positions? But how did you feel coming through the program as an undergrad and being a woman of color?
So with education, um, teaching in special needs education is very rewarding and it is also in very high demand. A quote that I liked regarding the education aspect of special needs is special education is one of the most challenging and demanding, but is simultaneously deeply rewarding in the world. Most special education teachers choose to help children and assist young people out of desire to assist those who are less fortunate. And I really liked that. So, special needs advocacy, you would be working with both the parents and the teachers in the school system to help in order to help students that have disabilities. It is you as the advocate would help the child with meetings and conferences to make sure that their rights are being met and they are not being taken advantage of. and you would work closely with the parents to make sure that they're getting all the services that is needed for their child to succeed in life. So teachers with behavioral disorders, you'd be working with children who exhibit a wide range of characteristics, um, especially those that have aggressive behaviors, ADHD, depression, anxiety, and conduct disorders. But it's not necessarily all the aggressive ones as well. You can do have the passive ones. And being a teacher with a background in behavior disorders, you may help the students in the classrooms with resources that they need or in a self-contained classroom environment, and depends on the exact nature of the behavioral characteristic that the students are displaying. So as an occupational therapist portion of the special needs careers, um, occupational therapists help students and other individuals improve the ability to perform daily tasks in their surroundings and environment. In an education setting, they'd be working with students, help with their cognitive, physical development, and emotional disabilities, which means kind of like with the occupational therapist, if they are struggling with something cognitive, the occupational therapist will go through and help them take it slower so they can understand it better. Um, Occupational therapists use treatments to develop, recover, or maintain daily living and work skills. The therapist helps the students not only improve their basic motor functions and reasoning, but also their daily activities and abilities. And they help compensate for the permanent loss of function for students that have had like accidents or they just don't have a high enough cognitive function. And the goal is to help the individuals become more productive in their lives so they're not as dependent on the families. Um, Occupational therapists help students perform all sorts of activities, ranging from how to use a computer and to teaching them how to do their daily needs, such as dressing, cooking, eating, using the utensils to eat, um, and help with their physical exercise to help with the brain functions. Vocational rehabilitation is a program in which the students with disabilities can enter and they can teach you how to lit how to kind of go through daily life and get jobs and how to function in the jobs and have them have the opportunity to be able to work in certain fields in order to help them. So technology use with special needs is very important because it allows increased independence from parents and teachers, and it helps them kind of learn a little better. The students can choose their speed of learning, and that is convenient for them, which leads to more personalized learning. They can choose what's personal to them to learn more about, um, and stuff. So students with disabilities benefit more because it helps them understand what is being said and taught. It allows the increase or the decrease in teacher involvement. They can, and there's multiple forms that can happen with the technology. There's screen readers that help blind students that um, don't see as well or they have low vision. There's rubbers that you can place on the keyboards that are raised so they can fill the letters so they can type, and you can do the text to speech. There's a program called Kurzweil that You scan the book into the computer and it will read it to you and help you with that. And I have another video about technology use in the classroom that is very beneficial.
In this fast-paced culture we live in, we rely heavily on technology to make the day easier. Whether your device is your laptop, smartphone, or tablet, these instruments make everyday tasks easier to accomplish. For special education students at Lux Middle School, these devices are being used to even the playing field. Technology can even the ground a little bit. You can send a student in with some type of interactive program that's on a similar concept. In my opinion, you have objectives that you need to work on, and the objectives can be met via technology. According to the Journal of American Medical Association's Pediatric and Adolescent Archives, 13% of all school-age children have some sort of developmental delay. Last year, Lincoln Public Schools was home to 5,705 special education students, 87 of whom were at Lux. One of those students is an 8th grader named Patrick. So Patrick was on the iPad, and he was doing Ricky Tikki Tav Tavi storybook on that, as well as he was doing some Disney movies for reinforcement. Laptops and iPods used at Lux were funded by American Recovery and Reinvestment Act grant, but funding for some of the equipment, like the iPad Patrick uses, comes straight from the pockets of teachers. I can send a struggling student to the media center and show them the key combination to have an internet site read out loud to them. So they're doing the same research, they're looking at the same references, but they just put the headphones on and have it read to them. How powerful is that? That I don't have to say, here, Finley, let me read this to you, where they can empower themselves and say, I have this at my disposal, I can do that.
There's another clip I want to show you that kind of helps empower the use of technology besides what the teacher has said. And I really am a big fan of Grey's Anatomy. And so this kind of shows you that people with disabilities are not just limited to certain fields, but they can do whatever they want with the power of technology.
Excuse me. I'm Dr. Lauren Riley. I'm here for a consult with Dr. Meredith Gray. Nice to meet you, Miss Bridlett. And you're. She is our master diagnostician. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna ask about a million questions and run even more tests. I'll annoy you greatly, but in the end, it will be worth it, okay? I'm not already.
So with this, it shows that a doctor who is deaf uses the power of technology to communicate with her patient in order to get what the patient needs. And that's what usage and technology uses. It is very beneficial for the classrooms. The kind of environment that goes with that, it's individualized. It's based on the child, and the teachers and the parents and what they need to do to support the children in the classrooms. Um, for example, children with special needs have associated deficits in vision. So the classroom environment must be safe as well as accessible, and and for these children, the corners and for the must be kind of marked with color tape or paint, and sharp corners must be rounded. And that is my slideshow.